So let's go to position. So what happened? The sell-off. Okay, great. We sold off. Big deal. We sold off like 20 handles, and people are panicking now. They're like, ooh. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, so let's see where we are. Honestly, not much has changed, to be honest. Oh, okay. 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 I don't see. Oh, okay. Cool. I don't see much changing, honestly. We had a little sell-off. Oh, my puts. Okay. Yeah. All right, so let's go through the positions. I post these every Friday, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the community page of the YouTube channel. You can go check it out. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to prove. I do what I do. What I do is risky. Don't tag along. Understand what's going on. Understand what I'm doing. If you're not familiar with any of this, don't even get near it. Just because, oh, Sergio did it. I'm like, okay, big deal. I did it, but so what? So anyway, as you guys can see, I have a lot of positions now. Once in a while I press, once in a while I'll pull back. So it was time to press, and I pressed, and that's why, after about a 12-14% drawdown, account equities at an all-time high. Okay, cool. What do I have? ASST. I'm involved in this merger from hell. It's a Vivek Ramaswamy's company. They're a Bitcoin treasury asset company. So I put on a leap called debit spread. In fact, I took profits today on that, but that's because somebody was bidding 30% higher on my calls than I was. Like as soon as I saw it, I hit it. And then I rolled. But long story short, I'm long 50 of the January 2027, 2.5 calls. ASST is the underlying. Stock is 265, so I paid 95 cents for those. Then I turned around and sold. Well, it was originally 100, so I kept 100. So I sold the calls, took profits, and rolled the calls up to 5. So long story short, it's a balanced call debit spread. I'm long 2.5 and 5 calls, 50 each. I will add to this position because I do believe in Bitcoin, by the way. Sell-offs will happen here and there, but I do believe in Bitcoin. And I believe in that the debasing of the currency and dollar losing value, could be fought by dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. I definitely am a bull on Bitcoin, but not as bullish as people say they are, because the price at the moment is I don't know, 120, something like that, right? Is it? After going up, we're back to 122.7. It's getting pretty wild. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin was down as low as 108 about, I don't know, 10 days ago. Now we're back to 124, retesting the high. It'll probably blow through it. But so I'm in a lot of these Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana treasury asset companies. And I've done some videos about this. Please go check them out. I follow something called, I trade these, by the way, with MNAV, multiple to net asset value. But this one, ASST, decided to buy one of my synthetic positions that I put on, which is called Semler Scientific, just to increase, to double their Bitcoin holdings, actually. I did not know this takeover was going to happen. Well, it did. So good for me, I guess. We'll find out, because the deal has to close at some point. So Semler Scientific, I have a synthetic on, symmetrical synthetic on, but I'll get there in a minute. So on ASST, I have a call debit spread. I'm long the 2.5 and 5 calls going out to January 2027. I'm short the 10 calls. That's called the call debit spread. You buy the lower price strike, you sell the higher price strike. Your cost basis, actually, so my cost basis on the 2.5 10 CDS, or CDS is called debit spread, is, let's see, 95 cents and 52. So 43 cents I paid for that. And that could turn into $7.50. If Bitcoin goes to 300,000, this definitely is going to work out. And that's why I bought myself so much time. And then on the 5-10 call debit spread, my cost basis is literally 18 cents. 18 cents could turn into $5. So if a Semler is $10 in January 2027, this will pay off massively. But again, it's a lottery ticket. I put it on. Second position, DeFi Development. This is a Solana treasury asset company that is selling at 0.84 or 83 MNAV. And the company, seeing that, decided to buy back some shares. Great. So I put on a put credit spread on this one. I'm short 55 of the October, expiring in 2 weeks, 2 Fridays. October 15 puts, and I'm long the October 12 and a half puts. Okay, what's a put credit spread? A put credit spread is you sell it closer to the money put option and then buy. So it's a defined risk downside, okay? Defined risk downside. A lot of people are YOLOing into these, have no clue what's going to happen or what could happen. These are only moving with MNAV. MNAV meaning multiple to net asset value. If you can catch it at a discount, great. But I will never pay more than 1.0 MNAV. I'm just not gonna. I won't. I refuse. So, because I don't think they should. If they're at a premium, somebody explain to me why should there be at a premium. I know all the metrics. I understand all the stuff, but MNAV has been shrinking on all of them. So if MNAV is shrinking, you're going to lose money because Ethereum can go up, Bitcoin go. Okay, perfect example. I had a massive position, massive synthetic on, which I closed yesterday on strategy. I was short the 5 puts December, long the 5 calls. Made tons of money. Great. Okay. Well, look at the strategy stock price. Strategy stock price when Bitcoin was 124K last time was $450 a share. Where's strategy price today? $350 a share. You guys see what I'm talking about, MNAV? Pay attention, folks. You need to pay attention to MNAV, multiple to net asset value. And I have done videos about that explaining it, so you can go check it out. I don't want to go through it now. So the second position, put credit spread on DFDV. So I sold the 15 puts at 175, bought the 12 and a half puts at 64, so I'm about $1.15 credit. Okay, so the difference between the short put and long put is 2.5. Well, I took in $1.15, so my max loss is 2.5, but I already took in 115, and I'm just going to let data decay take care of it. And if it's under 15, I would love to get assigned 5,500 shares of DFDV at 15 minus the $1.15, which will put me about 1380 range. Thank you so much, I'll say, and I'll take the shares. Next position, I'm long 8,500 shares of INHD. $1.42 is my cost. Stock is $1.31. We'll keep it. This one is also a newer position. Another put credit spread on MSOX, which is the 2x ETF of MSOS, which is the ETF for cannabis stocks. Once President Trump tweeted or put it in his social network or whatever that company is, that cannabis could be legalized federally, I'm like, okay, cool. I'll put this, put credit spread on. So I sold 40 of the October, again, expiring in 2 weeks, October 7 puts, and bought the October 5 puts. Again, all of these are defined risk downside. A lot of people who buy BMNR and SBAT and MSTR and whatever, they're all like talking their book, right? Because they have no support on the downside. Here's the question: what if Bitcoin goes to 80,000? Where's strategy going to be? Okay, what if Ethereum goes to 3,000 from 4,500? Where is SBAT? Where is BMNR going to be? Half price, folks. You're going to hold the bag. So when I'm putting the trades on, I'm putting on with defined risk downside because I have no idea. I want it to go up. Trust me, the trades are put on for them to go up. But I'm not going to take a risk of them going to zero. I mean, look, what if something can happen? I mean, look, I'm just being very conservative here. What if Ethereum goes to 3,000? Where is BMNR going to be? It's going to be $20. It doesn't matter if it's Tom Lee or Tom Lee's God shows up. Okay, where is SBAT or SharpLink going to be? It's going to be like $5, $8. I'm not going to sit and hold a bag and eat that. I'm not going to do it. So I have defined risk downside with a lot of upside potential. I'll play the game that way. I choose to play it that way. I'm not going to be involved with any other shenanigans. So MSOX, okay. I sold the 7 puts, bought the 5 puts. I sold the puts at 109. I bought the puts at 30 cents. Well, all I need now is for it to stay above 7. Now, if it doesn't stay above 7, and if it's below 7, I don't mind getting assigned 4,000 shares of MSOX at 7 minus 80 cents, because that's the difference between my put and call, short put and long put. I'll take it at 720. Stock is 850 at the moment. Okay. So I'm doing this all with the idea of, so when I'm doing a put credit spread, I'm not going to roll. I'm not going to play that game. All I want to get assigned, right? If it's there. If not, then data is going to take care of it for the next 2 weeks. The volatility is there, obviously. And then if I get assigned, I get assigned. So next position is Kindly MD. This is another treasury asset company selling at a discount, although I do not like this position. I bought it at 112. It's about 111. I may just sell this today at the end of the day, because there is some sort of, it should have been much, much higher already. And this thing was higher. This is like $15. This is David Bailey's company, by the way, who was President Trump's Bitcoin advisor, one of them anyway. So I'm like, if you look at this chart, it's ugly. So I would be really cautioning you not to follow me on this, because this thing could be at 50 cents on Monday. So that's why I'm like, okay, I bought it for it to go up. It got up to about 117, 118. I'm not going to add to it. I'm just going to sit. I may even take a $100 loss on it, get out of it, because these are the experiences you guys will understand will make you a man in this game. So next one is, again, this one is an Ethereum treasury asset company called SBAT, Sharplink Gaming. Again, I put the trade on when it was at 84, 85 MNAV, 0.85 MNAV. Well, now we're almost back to 1, and we're selling off. Okay, so when we're selling off, that means Bitcoin, Ethereum is selling off. Okay, what did I do? This one, I went out to January. I gave myself a lot more time. I have 60 put credit spreads on. I'm short the 15 puts, long the 12 and a halves. And the way I did that is with $1.25 credit. So I took in all that money, and then with that money, I turned around and bought 1,500 shares of stock. My cost is 1704. We're at 18. And I bought a call debit spread with that money. So I'm giving myself a whole upside, and then it's getting financed by the put credit spread. Again, I don't know where Ethereum is going to be. If you guys tell me Ethereum is going to be 8,000, then SBAT's going to be 25. This position is going to be a $40,000 position. But I don't know. There's no guarantees. Everybody's talking out of their ass saying, yeah, Ethereum is going here, it's going there. Tom Lee is saying, look, my hat's off to Tom Lee. He's a GOAT. But I don't know. So if I don't know, I don't think you know. And so I put my trades on with defined risk. Next one is Semler Scientific. I will have a synthetic on. So synthetic long, meaning I'm short going out to December. I'm short the December 30 puts. I'm long the December 25 puts. Again, defined risk downside. And I'm long the 30 calls, and I'm short the 40 calls. So again, defined risk downside trade, a lot of upside potential. This one was a put credit spread. I closed that up. Market is selling off hard, and my puts are saving my ass, honestly. Okay. So this was a put credit spread on Solana, and I had calls with it. I sold them yesterday. I bought the puts back yesterday, and today I just left some of the puts alone. So I'm managing it as well as I can, folks, because volatility is kicking in, and we are selling off hard for my puts to be literally even. And last position, I'm long 55 UPRO 110 puts going out to October 17th. So we are, I'm long 55 of them at 231, but I had sold today's expiration 105 puts against them at 15 cents. So my cost basis is actually 215. So actually these are profitable at the moment. Yeah, I don't know why we're selling off, but if anybody knows, please put it on the chat. All these positions are time sensitive, meaning every day that's going to go by, theta decay is going to make me more and more money. And I have so much meat left on all these bones, and I'm willing to get assigned. I'm willing to get assigned 5,500 shares of DFDV. I'm willing to get assigned 4,000 shares of MSOX. That's why I want to lighten up on some of the long stuff, these like useless dollar stocks or whatever, because not that I need the money. My account's plenty big, but why take the risk? If market's going to tank, everything's going to tank. So